Okay, guys, in this video, we're going to talk about constructions and how to construct using scale drawings. First, we're going to talk about bearing. Let me do this. Okay. Think of it. Okay. So bearings and scale drawings. Okay. Let's start with this one. The meaning of bearing is what? The bearing is always measured clockwise from the north. It means it's a clockwise circle that starts from the north line. Let's take an example and you'll get the idea. And then we'll talk about scale drawings. Okay. Let's start with bearing and then we'll talk about. Okay. Let's start with simple ones. Yes. I'll do a question and you'll understand first. Um, Drawing. Yes. Okay. In the exam, questions come like that. They will tell you you have 2 points. For example, point A and point B. Let's use color. So this is point A and this is point B. تمام هيقول لك ان عندك point A هي قاعده هنا point B قاعده لقطه. تمام. I show you, make it smaller. And this one point. They will tell you what's or ask you what's the bearing, okay, bearing from or of A from B. It means they want it from B. So you should start from B. Or the opposite. They will tell you what's the bearing of B from A. Okay, bearing of B from A. These are some types of questions that they bring. So let's talk about the first one, which is from A, because this one is easier, and then we'll talk about the other one. تمام؟ هنبدأ بأول حاجة from A. First thing you're supposed to do is what? You take the ruler and you match the 2 points together. So first thing you do, you match the 2 points like this. So any bearing questions is supposed to be like this. أول حاجة نديرها, I match them like this, and then I'm gonna take the ruler and draw لأن يبي from A أول حاجة. So I'm gonna come to A and draw a north line like this. So I'm gonna draw a north line, نرسم north line like this. تمام. خلاص هذا north line, so I'm gonna label it N. I'm gonna put N on top of it like this. This method is used to answer these 2 questions. تمام. You don't have to do the steps on point B. يعني ما فيش داعي لو انا هنجاوب لك البوينت from B from A, I'm sorry, and then I'll show you a method to find from B without doing the measurements again. Okay. So أول حاجة كما قلنا match the points and then draw a north line like this, write N on top of it. Now you need to find the bearing. The bearing is described as following. أول حاجة an angle drawn from the north line going clockwise. يعني شنو؟ يعني عبارة عن angle زاوية مرسومة منين؟ من north line. مرسومة من north line. This is the north line. It means you start from the north line and you draw an angle like this. And you go clockwise like this until the line stops you. Until the line stops you. So here I started from north line. I went clockwise until the line stopped me. This is called bearing. This space here, or this angle, is called bearing. Now, the last step you're going to do is what? After finding the angle, كما قلنا هي تبدأ من north line, تمشي لعند وقفك اللاين. The last thing you want to do is find this angle. You need to find this angle. How do you find this angle? Using the protractor, using the protractor. Now, I'm going to show you how to use the protractor, find this angle, okay? First, let's do this. So, after drawing the north line and finding the bearing in which it's the north line, or it starts from the north line and goes clockwise, and the line will stop you, the connecting line will stop you. And then you measure the speed that the protractor, بالمنقلة. For example, if we find it's 110, it means bearing from A is 110. Ma'am? Now, I want to find the other bearing, but I don't want to do the steps again. It's easy. Now, you don't have to do the same steps here because you already got the other bearing. لو كان البيرنج اللي انت طلعته less than 180, it means you have to add 180. ولو كان البيرنج اللي طلعته is bigger than 180, it means you have to subtract 180. Now this one is less than 180, it means you have to add 180. So 110 plus 180, it's going to be, I'm going to write it here, 110 plus 180 equals 290. And this is the bearing from B. Now to prove this, I'm going to show you how it became 290. لانك لو انت بتجيب البيرنج من B، اول حاجه تجيب نورث لاين، تكتب عليه same idea north. You're going to write north here. And then if you extend this line, which is here, if you extend this, it means these two angles اللي هي الانgle 110, this one, and this angle are the same. Why? Because they are corresponding. So this and this are the same. So both of them are 110. 110. And the bearing from B, it's a line or it's an angle that starts from the north line, which is this one, and goes clockwise like this. Has to go clockwise until the line stops it here. This line does not exist. We put this line. I just want to show you that this is corresponding. لكن انت تمشي لعند اللاين اللي واصل بين A و B وقفك. تمام. The only line which stops you, the line which is connecting the 2 points. Now this is the bearing from B. انا عارف ان هذه 110 لانها corresponding مع هذه. معناها كم ناقص؟ ناقص ال 180 اللي هي because it's a straight line. So it's 180. So I add 110 plus 180 and it's going to be 290. And this is how to find bearing between 2 points. Now let's check the rest of the questions, okay? هذا explanations بسيط هيسبها نوريكم البيرنج كيف تجيبها وشنو علاقة البيرنجز ببعضها. تمام. Now let's see the questions and solve them. Now we talked about the idea of bearing, and as this blue bar explaining كما قلنا ان لو هذا 120 معناه هذا كله حيكون كم؟ نزيدوه 180 حيجي 300. That's the relation between the bearing between 2 points. وكيف نعرف ان البوينت اللي نشتغل عليها؟ انا قال لي from A معناه نشتغل عليه A، طلعت لي 120. تمام. وقال لي from B معناه نشتغل على B، لما زدت هذه 180 طلعت لي 300. That's the idea of bearing. تمام. تعال نشوفوا شنو scale drawing. Scale drawing is easy. Scale drawing, it means you have a map and you have real life. You have a map and you have real life. Now, they will tell you, for example, the scale on a map is 1 to 50,000. ديما لما يقول لك there's a scale on a map معناه it's in centimeters. يعني هنا 1 centimeter on a map equals 50,000 centimeters in real life. لو ما اعطاكش اليونتس معناه it's centimeters. That's the idea. And then 6 centimeter on the map equals how many centimeters in real life? How did the 1 become 6? By multiplying by 6. Same idea, I'm going to multiply this by 6 and I'll get the answer of the real life. Now, this one is in centimeters, so you're going to turn it to kilometers or kilometers. Now, to turn centimeters to kilometers, first you turn it to meters by dividing by 100, and then you divide by 1,000 to turn it to kilometers. And that's the idea of converting. Now let's check the questions that talk about bearing and scale drawing, and we will understand more, okay? Okay, question 1. On a scale drawing, 1 centimeter represents 2 meters. What does 10 centimeters on the drawing represent? Now, the ideas of scale drawing هي نفسها direct proportion idea. It means they add increase together. So you're going to use the X method or the boxes method to find the answer. يعني تقدر تستخدم حتى البوكسز باش تطلع الانسر. Let's see, for example, let me cover this. I'll explain it here. Let's make it white. Oh, wait. So كما قلنا on a scale اعطانا اليونت اللي هي سنتيمتر ومتر. First 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, okay, equals, you can do it like this, is 2 meters. تمام. And then they asked us 10 centimeters. 10 centimeters. How many meters? That's the idea. How many meters? So we're gonna do the same idea that we're gonna use with the boxes. نقدر ندير boxes ونقدر نستخدم ال direct proportion because they increase together. 1 centimeter represents 2 meters. معناها 10 centimeters. How many meters? This one increases. This one will increase. So how can I know the answer? First, I have to say, how did the 1 become 10 by multiplying by what? Because that's a scale. 1 centimeter became 10 centimeters because we multiplied by 10. And how would you know? By dividing. And you're dividing 10 على 1 تطلع لي 10. So by multiplying by 10. So because this is direct proportion, معناها I'm going to do the same here and multiply by 10. And this is the idea of answering this question. Okay. So 1 centimeter became 10 centimeters. So 2 meters will become times 10, 20 meters. 20 meters. And this is the answer of question A. And this is what we call a scale drawing. Now, let's move on. Question B. In question B, on a map, 1 centimeter represents 10 kilometers. So 1 centimeter represents or equals 10 kilometers, like this. What's the length on the map of a real life distance of 25 kilometers? يعني أعطاني الماب. طبعا هذه map. I have to know the difference between them. إن هذه map وهذه real life. So I have to know that this is the map and this is the real life. Because if I don't understand this, it means I can't answer the question. Here, they gave us 25 kilometers in real life. So we put 25 kilometers here under the real life. Same idea. I want to know how many centimeters will be for on the map for 25 kilometers. Same idea. I want to know how did the 10 become 25? Very good. I'm going to divide. Then not all of them can be figured without dividing. So I'm going to divide 25 over 10. So 25 divide 10 like this. حسب نعرف السكيل متاعي فنقول له 25 divide 10 and the answer is 2.5. So the proportional or constant of proportionality هو 2.5. It's the number that I'm going to use. It means, let's make a line. This one, when we multiply it by 2.5, يطلع لي 25. So I'm going to do the same idea here and multiply it by 2.5. And we are doing the same idea because this is direct proportion. So this one times 2.5 and this one times 2.5. And the answer will be 2.5 centimeters. So the whole idea is finding the constant of proportionality. How did the 10 become 25? And how do we find it? By dividing 25 over 10. لما قلنا dividing طلعت لي 2.5. It means when I multiply 10 by 2.5 تطلع لي 25. So I'm going to do the same idea here by multiplying 1 by 2.5 and I got 2.5. And this is the idea of this question. تمام? Question 1 is done. Okay. Now, question 2, make an accurate scale drawing of this triangle garden. Use a scale of 1 centimeter to 1.5 meters. So I need to draw this triangle again using this scale, okay? First, I'm going to copy the triangle so I can take it to another app. I'm going to put the lines here, and here. So I can take it to the other app and draw it again, okay? So this one is 15 meters. This one is 9 meters, 9 meters. And this one is 53 degrees, okay? Now I'm going to go to the app, which is the Maths Pad, and redraw the triangle again. Now, this is the triangle that we have. And we know that the scale is what? The scale should be 1 centimeter to 1.5 meters. So I'm going to use 1 centimeter to 1.5. I'm going to write the scale here. 1 centimeter equals 1.5 meters. Good. Now, I know that I'm going to use the scale. So I'm going to turn each side to centimeters. Each side is going to be turned to centimeters. How? Now here I have 15 meters. I want to turn it to centimeters. I'm going to use the same method I used before. So how many centimeters will equal to 15 meters? That's the idea. So first, I want to find the constant of proportionality. How did the 1.5 become 15? Now, to find out this, I'm going to do the opposite, in which I'm going to divide 15 over 1.5. So 15 divide 1.5 like this. 15 divide 1.5. And the answer is 10. So this one here is 10. So it means when you multiply 1.5 by 10, you'll get this. So you're going to do the same idea here. So it's going to be multiply 10 here. And here, same idea, multiply 10. Okay. Now, after finding this, 1 times 10 equals, very good, 10 centimeters. So this one will become 10 centimeters. Instead of 15, it's going to be 10 centimeters. So I'm going to turn it into 10 centimeters. Tamam? That's the first idea. And then I'm going to do the same with the 9. So I'm going to turn the 9 into another scale. So I'm going to use the same space here. I'm going to remove these here. Same idea, but I need to turn it to 9. Okay. So how did the 1.5 become 9? Same the idea. I'm going to find out by dividing. So 9, نقسم 9 over 1.5, and I'll get 6. So this one, when you multiply this by 6, you'll get 9. So I'm going to multiply by 6 here. And 1 times 6 is going to be 6 centimeters. Very good. Now I found out this and this. So this one is 6 centimeters. Now, after finding the measurements on the map, I can draw the shape using the protractor and the ruler. First, I have to draw the base. أول حاجة نديرها, I'm going to draw a base of 6 centimeters. So I'm going to come here like this. Okay. Draw a base of 6 centimeters like this until 6. Okay. Until 6, yes. And then after that, I know that this one is 53 degrees. So I'm going to use the compass like this. I'm sorry, I don't need the compass now. I'm going to use the protractor, which is here. Come here, please. Yes. Protractor here. I need to find the 53 degree. And this degree opens from this line. So I'm going to start from this line. So 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 53 is here. I'm going to put a line like this, remove this, and then I'm going to come with the ruler and connect the two lines together. This and this. And to connect them, I need 10 centimeters. 10 centimeters. I know it's a little bit crazy with the computer, but it's easier if you use the real compass and the real ruler. See? Almost there. Okay, looks good. So I need 10 centimeters, so I'm going to put it on 10 like this. And then I'm going to connect them like this. Okay. So these are 10 centimeters. And then I'm going to come here. I need a 90 degree, of course. This is 90 degree. This one is 10 centimeters. I label it like this, 10. And this one is 6 centimeters. And then I need a 90 degree from this point. I'll put a point here, a 90 degree. And then I'm going to remove the protractor and then connect these lines together, okay? That's the idea of drawing a triangle accurately using the protractor and a ruler, okay? So basically it's like this. Here. Now you connect the two lines together like this. Yes. And this is how you draw a triangle accurately using the ruler and the protractor. And why did we use the protractor? Because we have an angle. So you need to learn how to use a protractor and find the lengths, the right length. So we use the scale, we turn them into the right scale, and then we draw the triangle. And that's how you answer a question like this. See you in another video, okay?